All right, this is the CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. I'm your host, Nick Qualley, sitting here with my co-host, Pavon, and with Mike Molyneux. Let's talk a little Patriots tight ends. So, the guys are dropping out of the season left and right due to COVID reasons. They're telling the team, unlike Yoenis Cespedes of the Mets, who just decided not to show up anymore. Very classic Mets for him to do that, for the team just to almost allow that to happen. But Matt Lacosse, he's not an exciting name by any means. He's not somebody who, like, it would be different if, like, a couple years ago when Gronk was still Gronk, if Gronk decided to back out. Like, that would have sucked. But Matt Lacosse leaving, okay, whatever. We'll deal with it. So now the question is, when you look at this Patriots depth chart for the tight end spot, you got Ryan Izzo, who's in year 2, but the two other guys, the main names there are two rookies. You don't know how they're going to be in the NFL. You've got Devin Asiasi. You've got Dalton Keene. So, guys, the question is, now that the Patriots have an ass load of cap space to work with, should they go after a tight end in the free agent market, a veteran tight end? Should you bring him in? I would have said Jordan Reed, but Jordan Reed now with the 49ers, he signed that contract, even though we all came to the conclusion on this show that he probably shouldn't be playing football anymore. The main name, obviously, Delanie Walker. Should the Patriots go after a veteran on the tight end free agent market? Mike, let's start with you. What do you think?
Absolutely. If Delanie Walker's out there, which he is, and he's an option to go after and get, especially knowing that you have money to dish out, go after Delanie Walker. I personally know Delanie Walker, not that I know him like he's my boy, but fantasy football and Delanie Walker has treated me well over the years. And, you know, I know what he's been able to do as a Tennessee Titan. And, you know, the thing with the Patriots, even if it wasn't Cam Newton, they didn't go out and sign him, and they stuck with Jarrett Stidham, and he was going to be the future of this team, you'd want to see the Patriots add some veteran pieces so that this team can work with. You know, whether, like I said, whether it was Stidham or even if Cam Newton, new guy coming into the system, obviously you want him to be comfortable with veteran guys. Delanie Walker, like I said, has been around for a long time, and he's been a very productive tight end. He has dealt with some injuries throughout his history, but when he's on the field, when he's out there, he is productive. And I feel as if, you know, in my assumption, Cam Newton is going to be the starting quarterback of this team. And over the years, Cam Newton has had a guy over in Carolina that's been very solid at the tight end position that can get the job done. In Greg Olsen, obviously not the last few years because he's been dealing with injury, but, you know, in their prime, Cam Newton and Greg Olsen was a solid combination. You know, if Patriots can somewhat try to duplicate that and get a veteran guy like Delanie Walker on this team, you know, will they put up some Cam Newton and Greg Olsen numbers? I don't know, but at least you know that you have somebody there that's been in this league for a while, has played this game for a while, and has an understanding of the position. Delanie Walker, he's a huge upgrade, obviously, from whoever's on the roster right now at tight end. So I hope Patriots are smart with their money and they make that move and go after Delanie Walker since he's available.
Listen, at this point, like, they're going to be smart with their money no matter what. They have so much extra cap room now. They could throw, and let's be honest, Delanie Walker, if that's the guy they go after, he's not going to cost a lot of money. Probably a one-year deal.
Not at all.
He's also fought some injuries. I believe it was an ankle injury was his most recent one that's plagued him a little bit. Marv, what do you think? Should the Patriots go after a tight end in the free agent market, or are they good with what they got?
We all know that the tight end position is the weakest position on the Patriots team right now. Matt Lacosse, is he someone that's going to hurt the Patriots in the long run for not being here for opting out? No, but it's still a blow to already weak lineup. Yes, I know you got Dalton Keene and Devin Asiasi. I hope I'm saying his name right. And that's great. And I think that they can build something with this Patriots team and be part of the future. But historically, rookie tight ends just don't do well in their first year. The first year in the season, rookie tight ends they're not as explosive as you see like rookie running backs and they take over the league as such. So I would love for the Patriots to make a move for a veteran tight end, whether that's Delanie Walker, which Mike, explained all what he could do for this team. But why not go for a guy who's a little younger? maybe 10 years younger. And Joku, rumors are out there that, hey, he wants out of Cleveland. They went and signed Austin Hooper to a big contract, and Joku's there. And Joku, he's a player who has a lot of talent but hasn't displayed it all there. So he's not going to cost you a first rounder or a second round. Maybe it'll cost you a third round pick, a fourth round pick of sorts. Well, you lost your third round. So maybe it'll cost you a fourth round pick and a player, some money, which you have, and you can maybe sign Njoku for the long run to this team who has plenty of talent, and all he needs maybe is the right system and the right quarterback to give him the ball where he can explode. I think he could do wonders for this team. Another guy that drives me crazy, but you might want to think about bringing him back, is Dwayne Allen. You know, the running game was horrible last year. Horrible. But one thing Dwayne Allen did well with Rob Gronkowski by his side was block. And now that we know he's only going to be coming in to block, because before we had expectations when we saw what he did with Andrew Luck, and that all disappeared. The Monstars got him and just made him a blocker. So once now you know what you signed him for, you're going to sign him just to block. Dwayne Allen will be a nice piece to this team, a veteran player, very smart, and I think he can help out this running game that you don't really understand, which has question marks as well, because you're not really sure what you have with Sony Michel. You're going to try Harris and so forth. So let's bring in Dwayne Allen and maybe try to shoot your shot with Njoku.
Njoku would be the biggest upgrade that they could get probably at this point. Delanie Walker, you bring him in to be a veteran mentor, basically. I think what I wrote down in my notes was like last year, if you had one more year of Ben Watson, that would be perfect. Ben Watson would be basically, I think, a step up from Delanie Walker. And to mentor these guys, because both of those names, Ben Watson and Delanie Walker, they've been around for a long time. Delanie Walker, this is going to be year 15 for him. So he would be a great mentor for these two rookie kids who a lot of people, I don't know much about these tight ends, I'll be honest, but there's a lot of people who seem to have a lot of high hopes, especially for Devin Asiasi. So to bring in a veteran mentor, especially on something cheap, I think it's almost dumb for the Patriots not to go get Delanie Walker. The guy's out there. The guy's looking for a job. Throw some kind of money at him. You have so much spendable money right now. Do it. Go get a veteran presence out there. Get a guy who can be a serviceable pass catcher, and while at the same time mentoring your two young tight ends who hopefully are the tight ends of the future for the New England Patriots. And who knows, Jarrett Stidham, Cam Newton, whoever ends up being your quarterback for years beyond this season. All right, guys, that was the CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. Nick Quaglia, Marv Zahn, Mike Molyneux. We're going to be back next week for another set of 2 episodes of the CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. And guys, follow us on Twitter as well. Our little Twitter handles. I never check this part. I say it every week. They could be popping up right now, but they also might not be if Garrett missed this part. So, again, Nick Quaglia, Marv Zahn, Mike Molyneux. We're going to be back next week, guys. Thanks for watching.